14 seconds on the shot clock. No look pass by number 31, Javier. Brent Doctor, long bomb explodes. Another ICBM delivered there by Brent Doctor. His second three-pointer in this ball game. They lead by 6. Kadabuna, pull-up jumper, 80 on the free throw, miss. Brent Doctor on the pass break. He will score 5 straight points in the last 20 seconds of this ball game. Back-to-back basket for Doctor. Andres, short again on the 3. And Ben Doctor keeps that ball alive for the EP Warriors. Guillermo. Jed Sosa, he will try his luck on the 3. He will miss. Christian Bautista with the rebound. And that ball will go out of bounds. Turnover for the Tuteros. 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Guillermo, oh, miscommunication with Jed Sosa. That would have been a great play. Here's Texon to the corner. Christian Bautista tried to create. Kadabuna, finger roll short. Pass break. Texon breaking that play. With 4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. A chance to make this a double-digit lead if EP Warriors can convert a basket. Guillermo. And quick shot by Dexter Barrion. And we will end the first quarter with a score 14 for the Tuteros and 22 for your EP Warriors. Let's take a look on our replay, or rather on our background on the break. We'll be back for the second quarter. Here at the start of the second quarter, you're watching the Advocatus League Season 5 38 above division, presented to you by Sports Plus PH and Sam's, together with our powered by the Kings of the Court, the KOTC. We are now on the 5th season. Coach John Hapos, we are still live here at the Gameville Ballpark as the players are coming in for the Tuteros. Texon missing that 3. And turnover on the pass break for EP Warriors. Here's Texon to Saplala. Saplala drive. Saplala use that glass. That ball will not go in, and Saplala will be called for a pushing foul as he tries to recover that ball. A steal by Texon. Texon Kadabuna with that easy layup. Marvin, leading scorer right now for the Tuteros. While Brent Doctor is the leading scorer for the EP Warriors. Galamgam missing that three. Here's Saplala, hack, and he will score after getting that harm. That basket will count. The Saplala has already have that gathered that basketball. Ariel Galamgam will be charged with his first personal foul. Saplala cannot complete the three-point play. They still trail by 4. Bren Doctor with the basketball. Bren to Jed Sosa. Jed attacks against Hyderabad Kasar. Jed recovers that ball, and there will be a foul. And a quick back-to-back foul for Saplala, his second foul and the second team foul of the Tuteros. Jed Sosa, Brent Doctor again. This time a bit strong. Marvin Kadabuna getting that flight plan. Missing that shot. Saplala trap on that defense. Brent Doctor to Trilliana. Gives it to Sosa. Sosa on that drive. Jed Sosa will score with that layup. And a turnover on the pass break. Anel Antero getting ready to check in. Replacing Hyderabad Kazar. Galamgam, Doctor. Corner jumper miss from Abier. But there will be a whistle against number 54 of the Tuteros. Anel Antero will be called for a pushing foul as Galamgam will be replaced by JB Almeda. Christian Bautista with the steal. Bautista to Saplala. Saplala drives. Ranyada getting that ball like a candy. Brent Doctor getting that pass break pass from Ranada, and it scores a 2. Doctor now in double digit. Marvin Kadabuna asking for a pick. And Doctor will be called for a hacking foul. Third foul on Brent Doctor. Trilliana will be replaced by Dexter Barrion. Kadabuna will try a 3. He will miss. Here's Ranada. Ranada rushing up. And ball will remain with the Warriors as Brent Doctor will be replaced here by Jundi Guillermo. Almeda, 18-footer, miss. Christian Bautista secures that leather. Lead pass to Saplala. Saplala attacks. Saplala will be fouled. And that will be on number 17, Philip Ranada. And the EP Warriors calling a timeout before that free throw of Saplala. And let's see some highlights of our second quarter. As we are back here at the Gameville Ballpark for Advocatus League Season 5. Saplala missing the first free throw. Split charity, but there will be a foul. Kadabuna will be called for his first personal, and that is already the 14th foul of the Tuteros. So next foul will be penalty. Ranada will travel. Marvin Kadabuna. Texon. Christian Bautista. Antero. Floating jumper miss. 11 on the shot clock. And a foul is whistled against JB Almeida. So there will be 2 free throws for Christian Bautista. Not a singer, but a legal expert from the IBP Bulacan. Specialty for Christian Bautista. Saplala. Last touch will be on Jundi Guillermo. 8 on the shot clock for the Tuteros. Saplala blocked by Philip Ranada. Philip, another great stop for the AP Warriors. Philip on the attack. Philip will be hacked. And a warning will be called on the bench of the AP Warriors for improper bench decorum. Shooting 2 free throws will be Philip Ranada. We have a substitution. Antero will be replaced by Andres. Aranada. Bautista. Bautista attacking. Kadabuna keeping that ball alive. Saplala will be smothered there. And this will be the 3rd foul on Dexter Barrion, if I'm not mistaken. As Christian Bautista will be replaced by Haider Abad Kazar. Saplala splitting his charity last time around. He will make the purse. Another split charity for Tuteros. Philip Ranada on the rush. Philip, and that will be a hacking foul against Texon. 27-21. Philip Ranada. This game has, because of fouls, no? It slowed down a bit. Lots of free throws have been taken We'll take a look at that free throw percentage, how important this is in this kind of close game. Every free throw counts. And Ranyada missing both free throws. Marvin setting up Saplala with that easy two. Unselfish play coming from Marvin Kadabuna. Here's Almeida. Pull up on the three. He missed. Offensive rebound. Jed Sosa will lose the leather. Saplala recovers that loose ball. 3-on-1. Jundi Guillermo diving for that ball. Barrion, Dexter. Almeida, running shot. Miss. Tapping up the ball. And last touch against the Warriors. Andres bringing down that basketball. Andres to Marvin. Kadabuna. Marvin. Loses that ball. Last touch against the Warriors. 11 on the shot clock for the Tuteros. And Trilliana checking back in for Barrion. While Texon will be replaced by Christian Bautista for the Tuteros. Kadabuna misses, getting his own miss. Kadabuna, jumper short. Long rebound for Saplala. Goes for the jumper and a three. And, that's number 24, J.R. Andres. And the Tuteros is once again inching closer. They are only down by one. Casar with the rebound. Here's Kadabuna. Saplala, finger roll, too strong. Jed Sosa. Casar with the rebound, and Jundi giving up a foul, and this will be two free throws for Abad. Brent Doctor needs to get back in to get some offense as Guillermo will be replaced. Brent Doctor with 3 fouls in this ball game. Escalante checking back in for Saplala. Either Abad. And another foul. Another useless foul para kay Marvin, for Marvin Kadabuna, as he doesn't need to push. He's a very important player for the Tuteros, so he needs to stay away from that foul. Jed Sosa shooting 2, 1:41. Short on the first. Here's the second free throw for Jed, who missed his first. Back-to-back misses Christian Bautista. Soaring high. And Philip Ranyada will be called for a foul, as Christian Bautista will have a chance to tie this ball game or even take the lead. Christian missing the first. And he split his charity. We are now in a deadlock. Tied at 22. Marvin Cadabuna will be replaced here by Saplala. Good substitution here by the head coach of the Tuteros as that extra minute of that halftime. And with that turnaround move, Dado Trilliana will score with that hook. He will be fouled and he will be shooting bonus free throw. Dado Trilliana completing the 3-point play in a classic way and giving back the lead to the Warriors with 3, 30-27. Bautista, Saplala wants to pass that baseline, but Jed Sosa says you cannot pass. Here's Bautista, misses. Sosa with the rebound. Sosa being pressured. Sosa will miss that shot, but there will be a foul on that layup. It's going to be on J.R. Andres, his second personal foul. Jed Sosa will be shooting 2 free throws. Sosa missing the first one. Speciality for Jed Sosa. Improving the last visit that he missed both free throws. Here's Andres for 3. Andres getting his own miss. Pass it to Saplala. Saplala will score. Cutting the lead to just 2. JB Almeida. Brent Doctor. Bren to JB. Brent Doctor for 3. And it will go out, and a reach-in foul will be called on Almeida. EP Warriors calling a timeout, using their timeout. And let's take a look on that, on our replay, on our highlights before we go to overtime. Let's take a look at this shot. Here's that drive. And that pass to Saplala, and Saplala scores on that layup. We will not go anymore on the break as we come back here. 2 free throws for J.R. Andres. And this will be a chance to tie the ball game. J.R. Andres short on the first one. Misses. Jed Sosa, 8 to shoot. Jed attacking. Christian with a great defense. Ramos, or rather Ranada. And we will end the quarter with a 2-point lead. 29 for your Tuteros. 31 for the EP Warriors. Let's see some highlights of the first half when we come back. As we come back here at the start of the third quarter, this is your Advocatus League Season 5, 38 above division. The EP Warriors immediately scores on that possession in the third. Coming from JB Almeida, upping the lead to 4, 33-29. Here's a drive by Saplala, a miss. We're still live here at the Gameville Ballpark in Sheridan Street, Mandaluyong. Brent Doctor with a drive and he will score. Santos. Casar. Back to Santos. Here's Saplala. Saplala on a spin. Drives to the baseline. Hangs in the air. Miss. Philip Ranada secures that letter. Ranada on the rush. Ranada. Jed Sosa will miss. Ranada getting that offensive rebound. And there will be a 3 seconds on Dado Trilliana. Santos. 35-29. 4-0 run at the start of the third. Haider Abad Kasar missing that 17-footer. Pare. Ilaw nung camera. Papatay ng ilaw. Thank you very much. And let's take a look at the game stat for this ball game. Like I said, let's take a look at the free throws area. The IBP Bulacan Tuteros on the free throws area are 8 out of 19 for a 42.1%, while 45.5% for EP Warriors at 5 out of 11. So this is going to be a big factor in the second half. How will this projected pagdating ng ating coming into the second half of this ball game? While on the field goal, 10 out of 33 for the Tuteros with 30.3%. And the EP Warriors, 11 of 44 with a 25%. EP Warriors shooting more shots, 11 plus 11 on the attempted basket. Saplala will be called for another foul. And on the rebounding, the Tuteros are with 28, while the Warriors with 35. And let's take a look at our leading scorer, Brent Doctor, on the first half with 10. Also, Jed Sosa with 10. And adding 5 is Philip Aranada, while Marvin Cadabuna with 14 for the Tuteros and 8 points coming from Egay Saplala. And the rest, 3 points. The nearest one from J.R. Andes, who is shooting 1 out of 7 from the 3-point area. And speaking of 3-point area, EP Warriors are 4 out of 21 compared to 1 out of 18, or 1 out of 8. A miss there by JB Almeida, but Jed Sosa will score another 2 points. Marvin Cadabuna, quick hands by Bren Doctor, gambling on stealing that basketball. Here's Bren. Trilliana not ready to catch that ball. Christian Bautista. Marvin Cadabuna will be challenged, but there will be an easy 2 against JB Almeida. Here's Jed Sosa. And Trilliana will miss that shot, but there will be a foul. It will be against Haider Abad Kasar. Possession will stay where the EP Warriors, as they lead by 4, Trilliana will be replaced here. as number 32, Pactoran Bibit, seeing action for the first time. Brent Doctor. And that will be a backing violation. $14 on the shot clock for the Tuteros. Here's Texon. Texon to Christian Bautista. And Bautista will score. JB Almeida with that quick hit and a 3-point basket. Christian Bautista, Marvin Cadabuna, here's Cons Texon, jumper, elbow jumper is good. Just a 3-point lead by the Warriors against the Tuteros. Jed Sosa driving, loses that ball. Haider Abad Kasar, he will be fouled. Brent Doctor. Let's take a look. That will be the fourth personal foul on Brent Doctor. Haider Abad Kasar will be shooting 2 as Jundi. Guillermo will replace the foul trouble Brent Doctor. Hyderabad making the purse. Two for two for Hyderabad Kasar. Guillermo. $11 on the shot clock for the Warriors. Fading away. Guillermo misses. Rebound by Santos. Santos lead pass. Marvin Cadabuna. Marvin will attack. And he will be fouled by JB Almeida. Marvin Cadabuna will be hard to be stopped, especially if he will just play basic basketball, just simply attacking that hoop. With his height, his heft, and his athleticism, he is a very difficult man to guard. Cadabuna making the purse, tying this ball game. And the Tuteros once again taking back that lead, and that will be our third lead change of this ball game. 41-40. Sosa. Jed stopping that ball. Gives it to Aranada. Cross court to Guillermo. Here's Javier on the attack. Javier. And that ball will kill the leg of Javier. Bill Ray. And turnover for the EP Warriors. Constexon setting up the play. Gives it to Santos. Christian Bautista. Haider Abad Kasar. Baseline jumper is short. Sosa. And Jundi with that finger roll from a pass. Constexon needs to stop that dribble. Gives it to Dabuna. Here's Bautista. Christian setting up himself for that pull-up. He missed that 12-footer. Jed Sosa. Jed for three. Short. Marvin with the rebound. And Javier will be called for a regular foul. There's no clear on the path for a pass break. The Tuteros asking for that unsportsmanlike foul. And let's take a look on our next game here at the 38 under above division. It's gonna be on the fourth game, the Magis Juries going up against the Southeast for the 38 division of the Advocatus League Season 5. Ako pa rin po. I'm still be with you here. And the rest of the crew of the KOTC will be giving you the live game of this Advocatus. Andres, another miss on him. He will be 1 out of 8. %12.5%. Jumper short for Javier. Dexter Barrion will be fouled. Santos will be called for a holding foul. Dexter Barrion will be shooting 2 free throws. Nothing but net. Swoosh on the purse. EP Warriors regaining the lead. Fourth lead change. Marvin Cadabuna, pull-up jumper, scores another 2. Jundi Guillermo, Philip Ranada, Jed Sosa against Andes. He drives and he used that glass, getting that enough spin, scoring another 2. Double team. Santos. Back to Marvin. Marvin driving. Marvin scoring another 2. Jundi Guillermo. Jed Sosa, pull up 3, short. And the Tuteros will have another chance on getting back to this lead. Christian Bautista, 15 on the shot clock. And Andes, 1 out of 9, but Christian Bautista will give us that peep lead change in this ball game. Sosa, Javier, Guillermo, goes to the post to Barrion, swings it back, Javier, Sosa, taking that 3 to the cutting Javier. Javier, lefty layup miss. That ball did not hit the goal. Chundi misses. That ball is live. And that will be a traveling against Javier. That buzzer will sound. Whatever happened, that buzzer will sound. The ball was in the air. And when that shot clock expires, it will sound. It cannot be reset until that ball sounded. And at the end of this third quarter, our score, the Tuteros back in the driver's seat, 47-46. We will be coming back after some highlights of the third quarter. And Andes, 1 out of 9, but Christian Bautista here in the fourth and deciding quarter of the third game of the Advocatus Season 5, presented to you by Sam's and Sports Plus .ph, powered by Kings of the Court. Paddle ball, the loose ball, 2-on-1. Marvin Cadabuna zigzagging, sidestepping, and scoring a layup. 49-46. Coach John Apos giving you the live action here at the Game Bill Ballpark, the official venue of the Advocatus League Season 5. A three-point attempt. Brent Doctor will miss. Marvin will have an advantage on this pass break. And if this is gonna be on Brent, but it's gonna be a foul on Philip, or rather on Dado Trilliana. Marvin Cadabuna will shoot 2 free throws. And let's take a look on the quarter score. The Tuteros scoring 14 on the first, giving a big 15 points on the second quarter to end the first half with 29, and then scoring another big 18 points in the third quarter to end this quarter, the third quarter, with 47. While the EP Warriors have given big 22 points in the first quarter, but slowing down on the second with only 9 points, ending at 31 at the half, but recovers with a 15 points on the third to end the ball game in the third quarter with 46. But now it's a 4-0 run by the Tuteros. Trilliana blocked by Bautista, and Santos cannot save that ball from the baseline. Ball will stay with the Warriors. 9 to shoot. Jed Sosa, 2 to shoot. Pitting the shot clock is JB Almeida and Philip Ranada. Mental lapse on the part of the Tuteros. Open at the corner, baseline floater. Sorry, miss for Ryan Escalante. But that is an open look. Sosa. And a blocking foul will be called on Ryan Escalante. Ryan Escalante and J.R. Andres will be replaced by Egay Saplala and Haider Abad Kazar respectively. JB Almeida pulls up a 3. That ball will not go in. Santos with the rebound. And that will be a pushing foul. Second foul on Dado Trilliana. And that will be the second team foul of the Warriors. As checking in for the first time, number 29, one of the main guard of the IBP Tuteros. So, adding some more speed. Philip Ranada with the rebound. Trilliana. And Brent Doctor getting that ball. Almeida. Sosa attacking, and that will be a foul on Cadabuna. So Jed Sosa will be shooting 2. Third foul para rito. With Marvin Cadabuna. Jed Sosa making the purse, cutting the lead to 3. Two for Jed Sosa. And the Tuteros will call a timeout. We will be back after the break. As we return with 7 minutes and 13 remaining, Philip Ranada will be called the foul away from the ball. Fourth personal on Philip Ranada, third team foul. Useless foul, I may say. Xavier will check back in for Ranada. Bautista gives it to Marvin. Collado setting up Saplala. And Saplala. Egay Saplala scoring a 2. Back to a 4-point lead. Javier. JB Almeida. Jed Sosa back to Almeida. 4 to shoot. And a turnover. Kadabuna. And he will be fouled. EP Warriors calling a timeout before the free throw. Let's see some highlights here. Let's see this pass and that open look. Saplala converting that 12-footer. We'll be back after the break. Barbin Kadabuna on the 15-foot line. Missing the purse. Speciality for Kadabuna. 5-point lead, 55-50. For the Tuteros against the Warriors. Brent Doctor. Javier. Corner pass to Guillermo. Hand up. Jed Sosa pulls up an 18-footer. Nothing but net. Jed Sosa getting that touch now at the fourth quarter. Here in the fourth quarter. Where it matters most. Christian Bautista. And what a pass! But Haider Abad. Casar with a sorry miss. Sosa. Here's Xavier. Jundi Guillermo in and out. Battle for the rebound. And last touch on the EP Warriors possession for the Tuteros. Casar. Collado. Here's Collado. Zigzagging. Collado attacking. Goes for the drive and he scores. Collado with his first 2 points in this ball game as he came late. But nevertheless, Jed Sosa. Jed loses that ball. Marvin Cadabuna. Marvin setting up Saplala and Egay Saplala with another basket. Lead is now up to 7. Slowly tries to pull away are the Tuteros. Brent Doctor misses. Casar with the rebound. Christian Bautista crossover. Loses that ball. Raniada checking back in for Javier. Guillermo to JB. Jed Sosa, corner 3. A foul will be whistled on Christian Bautista. So this is going to be 3 free throws. Jed Sosa will be shooting 3. As Jed Sosa is taking that 3 again, we're inviting you for our next game. The Magis Juries going up against the Southeast. And of course, yung ating last game at around 6:20 in the evening, it's the Reg East going up against Mixed Nuts. And Jed Sosa cutting the lead to just 4, 59-55, making 3 out of 3. And again, free throws are now falling in for the EP Warriors. Bautista against Almeida. Pass it to Saplala. Saplala driving hard. And they will lose the leather. EP Warriors will have a chance to cut the lead, to come even closer to 2 or even 1 if they can convert a 3. 3 minutes and 40 remaining. Chundi Guillermo. Jed Sosa, the main man right now for the EP Warriors. Jed misses. Here's the long rebound. Collado stepping on the gas. Collado driving. Getting a contact from Almeida. He will be fouled and he will shoot 2 free throws. EP Warriors now in the penalty. Santos checking back in for Saplala. Tuteros 1 foul away. Or they still have 1 more foul to give before going into the penalty. Both teams have 2 timeout left. Collado missing both free throws. Santos getting that offensive rebound. Pass it to Cadabuna and Marvin Cadabuna delivers the good. And JB Almeida cutting the lead to just 3. A 1 possession ball game right now. 61-58. Collado to Bautista. Christian. Santos. Swings it back to Bautista. Here's Bautista on the drive. Running shot will miss. Dexter. Parion will secure that ball. Here's Jundi. JB Almeida with the ball. Ranada. Jed Sosa loses his footing. Loses that ball. Casar completing that steal. And Cadabuna will score from a pass of Collado. And EP Warriors will call that timeout. Let's see that last play before we go to the timeout. That great pass of Collado to Cadabuna. We'll be coming back. As we come back to the ball game, JB Almeda with a back-to-back three. 2 points separating these two teams, and the last 2 minutes has been announced by our venue announcer, the Golden Boys, Mr. Jot Alipio. Pull-up jumper by Collado, he will miss. Cadabuna getting that rebound. Here's Santos to Bautista. Ball will remain. Last touch on Ranyada. 6 to shoot. And the Tuteros will call a timeout with 6 seconds on their shot clock on this possession. We will be coming back. We have to go back live as we have a challenge on that last touch on that outside. As our game officials are reviewing the play, we will wait that decision before the timeout. There will be a replay first before the timeout. If the last touch will be against the Tuteros, or will it be against the EP House, the EP Warriors? And again, coming up next, 38 above, Magis Juries versus the Southeast. And our last game will be Regis and Mixed Nuts here at the 38 above in court number. This is court number 1. Number 2. Number 2. On the court 1, the 38 under. All right. So it's clear? Let's see the call. Possession will stay with the Tuteros with 6 on the shot clock. And a timeout will be called by the Tuteros, who will be coming back. With 6 seconds on the shot clock, Tuteros leading by 2. Casar fading away! Kissing that ball to the glass and scoring at 2. Hyderabad Casar delivering a big shot after that timeout. Treliana, Brent Doctor. Here's a 3. JB Almeda will miss. Rebound. Collado getting that ball. Collado faking. Collado with a jumper. And the lead is now up to 6. But first, we will have a glitch, a technical issue on our scoreboard. Our table official. All right, so do we have a replay, Direct, before we go to break? Let's take a look at that last shot of Collado. Take a look at this last fake, that drive, that fake, and that basket. We will be back after the break. With with a minute and 2 remaining, a 6-point lead. Collado completing that steal, and Collado will put that final dagger in this ball game. Kadabuna, and suddenly it's a double-digit lead. Back-to-back steal by the runner-up from the last season. And they will now have the luxury to milk the clock, 71-61. Collado will dribble this thing out. Collado zigzagging. Collado blocked from behind. 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Ball is live. Possession with the Tuteros. And that will be it. We will end this ball game with our final score, 71-61. The Tuteros with a big win against the EP Warriors, who showed their resilience. But again, that third quarter, that second quarter is the big factor. And before we leave and go to the next game, and before we come back, let's see the game highlights of the Tuteros versus the EP Warriors. Above division, the EP